from all parts of the world. When required, the Vanars would change their form from gentle to fierce, much like the shamans, who could do the same with special spiritual powers. To help Sri Ram in the battle of Lanka, Riksharaj Jamwan brought his army along. He could walk very fast and resembled a bear. His kingdom lay in the Himalayas. Jamwan resembles the Yeti, a snowman found in the Himalayas. Tenzing Sherpa has mentioned the Yeti in his account of his journey in the Himalayas. In order to attack Lanka, Sri Ram, the Vanars and the Rikshas reached an island at the southernmost tip of India. This place is known as Rameshwaram, a famous Hindu pilgrimage. A shivling placed by Sri Ram exists in the Ramnath Swami temple here even today. This is among the 12 important lingams of India. This temple is also famous for its 1200 granite pillars and an 1120 meter long courtyard. One is permitted to view the lingam only after bathing in holy waters from 22 wells. The Pamban Bridge connects Rameshwaram with the Indian mainland. Being 2.2 kilometers in length, it is the longest sea bridge in India. One can have a panoramic view of the railway bridge, ocean, and the islands from here. 18 kilometers away from the southeast of Rameshwaram is Dhanushkodi, where devotees go to worship and take a sacred bath. After reaching the seashore, Sri Ram and his army faced the impossible hurdle of crossing the sea. It was then that the sea god appeared and told Sri Ram that Nal, a Vanar in his army, was the son of Vishwakarma and an expert in constructing bridges. Under Sri Ram's guidance, Nal started the construction of the bridge. A section of the army started importing colossal pieces of rocks to the shore. Other Vanars uprooted huge trees and pulled them to the shore. Yet another section of Vanars assembled the gathered material of rocks and trees and started building the bridge. In this way, they constructed 14 yojans on the first day, 20 on the second, 21 on the third, 22 on the fourth, and on the fifth day, they had built a 23 yojan long bridge. The Vanars thus constructed a 100 yojan long and a 10 yojan wide bridge in just 5 days. This done, the entire army of Vanars carefully crossed the bridge and reached Lanka. Sri Ram killed Ravan and other demons with the help of the Vanars, and while returning with Sita, flying above Rameshwaram, he showed Sita the great bridge that exists even today. A stone stele recovered from Dhanushkodi mentions the worshipping of Ram Setu by the Maharaja of Nepal. A king of the Chola dynasty stamped it on his coins. In the Valmiki Ramayana, the bridge was referred to as Nal Setu. In the Maurya period, it was known as Setuka. In the 12th century, as Setuband. In the 17th century, as Ramankoi. And in the 18th century, the British had termed it as Adam's Bridge. NASA, the space agency of USA, released some very significant photographs of the Ram Setu in 2002. According to our research, these images show a chained arrangement of rocks which are submerged in water on the stretch between Rameshwaram in India and Halai Manar in Sri Lanka, a study of the shuttle radar topography mission terrain data reveals that the Ram Setu is approximately 30 kilometers long with 7 openings allocated at equal intervals to drain out water. The bridge is slightly arc-shaped so that it can withstand the high currents of water. It has been constructed in shallow waters which cannot be a natural formation. Another fact that proves it to be a man-made structure is its width, which is 2.5 to 3 kilometers, and it increases gradually as the bridge advances towards Sri Lanka. This design is in accordance with the rules of modern architecture. Though several natural formations have been found between two seas in the world, like the Panama in America, Kra in Thailand, and Corinth in Athens, none of them are as sequentially arranged as the Ram Setu, proving that it is indeed a man-made structure and not a natural formation. The trees used in the construction of the Ram Setu, such as margosa, mango, Indian gum, coconut, etc., still grow in the neighboring areas of Dhanushkodi. The dimensions of the Ram Setu, as mentioned in the Valmiki Ramayana, are approximately the same as established by research and investigation. Allowing ships through the Palk Strait and the Gulf of Mannar by breaking the Ram Setu was first suggested in 1860 by the then naval commander A.D. Taylor. In 1955, the Indian government formed a committee under the leadership of Dr. A. Ramaswamy Mudaliar to evaluate this project. Though the committee approved of this project, nothing materialized. Now, suddenly, the government wants to make a shipping route by demolishing the Ram Setu. The Ram Setu is not just a subject dear to the sentiment of billions of people, but is also a protective shield for Kerala. About 250,000 people died in the terrible calamity of the tsunami in December 2004. But due to the protective wall of the Ram Setu, the damage to Kerala was minimized. Experts like Professor Todd S. Murthy believe that if the Ram Setu is pulled down, the damage likely to occur in the event of another tsunami will be catastrophic. A large deposit of one of the world's rare metals, thorium, found in the sand on the seashore at Kerala near Ram Setu will be destroyed if the bridge is demolished. The Gulf of Mannar has one of the best marine underwater ecosystems in the world. But if the Ram Setu is broken, the oil emitted by the ships crossing would destroy 3,600 valuable varieties of underwater vegetation and organisms.